Good evening, it's me, Jeff, and tonight I'd like to share with all my friends a little story from my personal life about reclamation, or maybe you could even call it redemption. Something old and wasted and discarded, kind of depressing, you forgot all about it, you don't care about it, and suddenly something happens and you look at it through fresh eyes. And with a little love and care, it becomes new again, and it acquires new value and meaning. So, the story starts back in the fall. In 2020, our dearly beloved pastor emeritus of the Olin T. Binkley Memorial Church, Dr. Bob Seymour, passed away at age 95. He was kind of one of my heroes. He was a real icon of the civil rights movement here in Chapel Hill and was a champion for racial justice and including everybody in the church. And he died, and we had an auction at the church, some of his personal effects, and my dear wife Pam bid on something for me, and it was Dr. Seymour's globe that he had in his office on his desk. It's a beautiful object. It's kind of a gemstone mosaic kind of globe where all the countries have a different kind of gemstone. And so Pam gave that to me for Christmas. I was delighted by it. But it's, what do you do with it? How do you give it some kind of proper, setting? So it's just been kind of sitting around. Well, now part two of the story. This past weekend, we cleaned out our attic. Have you done that? Like after 20 years? We had to do it because we had a squirrel infestation up in the attic, and the pest people are coming to trap the squirrels, very humanely, of course, and cleanse and disinfect, all the squirrel poop up there. But first, we had to clean everything out. Man, you would not believe what we found up there. All kinds of stuff. But one of the things that we found, I have no idea when and where I got this. Probably just brought it home from the dump sometime, but it's like a vintage television cabinet from the early 1950s. It doesn't have a TV in it, it's just a cabinet. And I looked at it, it was all kind of messed up and full of dirt and grime. I thought, should I just take it to this dump, throw it away? But I didn't do that. I Googled it. And guess what? Up pops a picture of the same thing. Very similar model, 1951. It's a Hallicrafter television cabinet. Now, it doesn't have a TV in it, as I said, but it's kind of a thing. And this thing is selling on eBay for $4,266. So I thought, well, maybe I'll clean it up a little bit. So I, got some supplies and kind of spiffed it up, polished it a little bit, and then the thought popped into my head. This is the perfect setting for Dr. Seymour's globe. So there it is. Isn't that beautiful? Kind of a symbol, isn't it? The emergence of, modern popular culture in the 1950s, television, the boob tube, and instead of the boob tube, we've got Bob Seymour's vision of the world. Okay, so for an encore, I found something else up there too, a snake skin. Not just any snake skin. I grew up in Ecuador. As a little kid, my dad was a missionary doctor out in the jungle of Ecuador, and he got this skin of a boa constrictor, and he always said it was 22 feet long. I believed him, of course, and we went back to the States, and I took it to show and tell, to third grade for show and tell, and really amazed everybody. And somewhere along the line, I think my dad gave this to either me or my son Matt, and it's been up in the attic. So I unfurled it. I'm going to show you this. This is just amazing. Look at this. Well, and then I measured it. Guess what? It's 17 feet long. It's not 22 feet. Turns out my dad was exaggerating all these years. 17 feet, 25, who cares? It's a hell of a snake, isn't it? And a beautiful, beautiful remnant of a beautiful animal. Well, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. This is Jeff Swanson reporting live from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Good night.
Comes a time comes a time, comes a time.